Hey, what's going on? What's good? Look, it's your boy Big Ears here. Look at my shirt. Look at that. It says Big Ears and all this and that. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised. So if you don't like curse words, then get the fuck out. Thanks. Have a great day. Ding! Alright, so today I'm going to finally be talking about my most top 10 hated decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! And as the little thing said before, viewer discretion is advised, okay? So let's start off with number 10. Bujin decks. The reason why I hate Bujin decks so much is because they're they're just hand trappy. It's almost, I really hate decks where it's almost like you're not even playing the game with somebody. They're just gonna sit there and fucking spam something over and over again, and they're not even thinking about what they're doing. They're just gonna, oh, I'm gonna do this, oh, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna send this out, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm over here like, well, if I play this card and then I play this card, but this guy over here is like, he's sitting there like moonwalking in the background. Yeah, Bujins. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking Fire Nation Formation Tiki, and I'm gonna get the Yamato bitch, and then I'm gonna fucking summon him on the field, and I'm gonna get the fucking, what is that hand trap? Honest. Fuck that. Fuck you. If you use that card, you're a little shit player. And then like the fucking. The crane. Boot 3 cranes, 2 honest. Fuck that deck, I'm done. Moving on to number 9. Number 9. What the hell is number 9? Madolche. Yes, Madolche. Somebody has to talk about Madolche. Because Madolche are so fucked up. And not even fair. Like, I don't even understand how you can play that deck and, like, consider... Like, really? Who are you right now? Who... The thing about Madolche is, like, they look cool. Like, the first time I saw them, I was like, okay, I'm dealing with some people that know how to bake shit. And then there's, like, a random-ass owl for whatever reason. I don't know why there's an owl, but there's an owl. And then you plus the owl. You summon him, and he gets all this shit. And then, like, you fucking... What is that one card? The Madolche Chateau or whatever, which is French for castle. And, like, they play the castle... And then all this shit starts coming back to their hand, and they fucking just, like, special summon shit out of all these cards. And like, the deck, I will admit, like, I don't even know what's going on with it half the time. But don't call me stupid yet, because I know an unfair advantage when I see one. When all you do is you play a card, it fucking goes to the grave, but the grave isn't even the grave anymore. The grave is like the new deck, and it goes back to your hand. The grave is practically your hand with that deck, and then like the monsters are indestructible. You sit there and you shoot shit at the monsters, and the monsters don't die. Like, it's just like, how are you doing this? Like, what are you, God right now? Like, oh, like my monsters don't die, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fucking moonwalk along with the other Bujins. Speaking of Bujins, I'm glad that deck is almost dead, okay? A creature swap can fuck that deck up any day. Yeah, but Madolches, I don't know what to do against those cards. Like, might as well just give up and cry, okay? Number 8. Number 8. Evil Swarms. Evil Swarms. Evil Swarms. Have you seen that deck? Has anybody, like, if we asked a random if we asked a random civilian on the street about Evil Swarms, they'd be like, yeah, fuck that deck. Yeah, I bet you they would be. If you play that deck, you need to go, like, just go die in traffic or something. That deck is utter, like, trash, like garbage. I cannot, yeah, look at this is crazy. Like, I cannot fucking stress how stupid that deck is. Like, honestly, all you have to do is sit there and get Infestation and then the one Ophion card, 2,550 attack. And basically what he does is you can't summon a level 5 or higher monster. Well, guess what? I got a whole bunch of shit in order to make that summon a possibility. Yeah, I got the Monarch Stormforce, so you can go fuck yourself, Evil Swarm player. You can go fuck yourself. Moving on to number 7. Satellar Knights. Alright. So you're gonna get this one card on the field, and it's gonna get this other card to your hand, and all of a sudden he's gonna go on the field, and then you're gonna fucking get this guy like from your deck again next turn. Then you're gonna sacrifice a whole bunch of shit, and then there's this Altair guy. He's gonna bring him back. You get this one guy that does 1,000 damage. You get this other guy, and then it never ends. And they special summon, and then it's like. Who are you to just sit there and special summon all that shit? Like who? I don't even understand how you can play such a deck and it's like so cheesy and it's like it's so fucking like it's just so ugly. Like really, what other decks do you see that do that other than Madolche? Like where they just sit there and they special summon the shit out of each other. Like maybe Yosenju, maybe, but not as bad as say Tellarknights. Like honestly, let's be real. That deck is just fuck that. And then they return shit to your hand, and I'm just sitting there like, you better stop returning shit. One of these days, I'm just gonna crush the fuck out of some Tellarknight player. And I'm gonna have no regrets doing it. I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna be like, I played this card. I played Iceberg Simpson. Hey. Yeah. Number 6. Chain Burn. This goes back into number 10 when I told you guys I just don't understand people who can play the game and don't really play the game. They just sit there and they text their girlfriend like, hey babe, I'll be home. Oh, I forgot, you're my dad, not my girlfriend. I really have no life. Sometimes I go to the ward in the hospital to talk about that with my psychiatrist. But anyway, I'll see you when I get home, Dad. Love you. And the dad replies, are you playing that Chain Burn deck? You're a shit player at Yu-Gi-Oh! You're a shit player at Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? I will admit, not any idiot can learn how to play a Chain Burn deck, but when you sit there on the first turn, and get the one, like, what is it, the bad reaction to Samoji, and try and guess, like, 3 cards, like, you get it's like the holy, like, trinity of, try and guess, like the fucking, you got the Mayflower, you find Squanto, and you guys have Thanksgiving, that's all I get out of that 3, the bad reaction to Samuji. We had a bad day in England or Spain or whatever, so we came over to America, we met Squanto, and we fucking had Thanksgiving. Like, really, the holy trinity of cards. It's just so stupid. And then you die, and there's no way your opponent can respond. And it's like, who are you really, like, playing the game against right now? Who are you sitting here trying to... Could you play this game by yourself at home, I wonder? Like, why are you out here trying to do all this shit and just messing with my head right now? Anyway, fuck Chain Burn. If you use Chain Burn, I don't care. Like, really get out of my face. Number 5, Noble Knights. Now, Noble Knights is a really interesting deck. It's different from all the others, but the problem with Noble Knights is the equipped spell cards. Like, I have no problem with the individual, like, monster cards. All those are easy to get rid of. Easy. In fact, I can just fucking knuckle and that shit's gone. But then the equipped spell cards come into effect, and out from the graveyard they rise from the depths, rise, and they just they go back to the hand, and next thing I know, I see it equipped to 1,000 other monster cards, and they have like a whole spell and trap field thing lined up with equipped spells, and when you destroy them, they go back to the hand. Does that sound like a fair game to you? Does that sound like... Oh, it's like, pretend it's like betting on a racehorse, okay? One horse is completely, like, steroided, like, to all hell, broken as fuck, like, just like, one horse is gonna fucking, like, fucking just destroy that shit, like, and the rider's like this, he's like the headless horseman, he's like, like, just, it's like a rigged racehorse race, and the other horse is, like, sickly and dying, like about to, like, turn over and die. Like, that's what I get out of Noble Knights or Noble Arms, whatever you want to call them. That deck is interesting, but I hate it. I hate it so much because it's so cheesy and there's no way you can get rid of it. So, moving on to number 4. Shaddoll.
Like, that's what I get out of Shaddoll.
Shaddoll is like being put in a torture room. Like, Shaddoll Falco, that's where all the problems start. When Shaddoll Falco makes his appearance on the field, that's when you know shit is bad. Like, that's when you're like, oh shit, it's a Shaddoll. Like, I might as well put my hand on top of my deck and quit the game because I know there's no turning back and I know there's no winning. All of a sudden, Shaddoll flips, returns a card to the hand. Let me get this straight. When he goes to the graveyard, he has an effect, but he also returns a card to the hand. What does he cost? Like, what is he? A 3-star monster, like a 2-star, a 1, and I think he's a tuner. I'm not sure if he's a tuner. Might have to look that up, but the only reason I would learn if he was a tuner or not is because, like, I would just be even more astonished. Like, that deck, it's like so fucking cheesy. Like, mid-game for Shaddoll players is the next turn after they went. Like, fucking, I'm gonna Shaddoll flip, and then I'm gonna get Shaddoll Beast in my hand, or something like that, or something, the El Squada bitch into the graveyard, and I'm gonna destroy a spell or a trap, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and all of a sudden, the fakest fusion card in the game appears, El Shaddoll Fusion. Like, what the card, like, literally, you do it, and I'm pretty sure, like, all the cards go to your grave, which automatically means the monsters get their effect. It's like, fuck, man, what do I do against that? There's nothing I can do against that. Marco Cosmos, if I'm lucky, like Dimensional Fisher, probably an MST or that El Squada bitch, like, there's nothing you can do against it. It's just I don't even know how to describe that deck. That deck is so annoying. I hate that deck. Like, it's like I swear to God, that deck is like being put in a torture room where all your worst fears come. Like, there's some guy, like, with the mask over his head, like, how do you wish to be tortured today? Like, he's just, I have Shaddoll Falco. And it's just like, no! Number 3, Lightsworn decks. As I like to call them, the Judgement Dragon support deck, because it's the truth, and I don't care. Like, you can rage in the comments, you can do whatever you want. Judgement Dragon support decks are horrible. Those decks are shit. Like, honestly, I wish every person that played that deck would, like, pick up their deck, look at it for a second. Every card goes to the graveyard after a certain amount of turns. Mill 3 cards from the top of your deck, and then look at another player's. Where's the mill effect? I don't see a mill effect here. Where's Judgement Dragon? There's no Judgement Dragon here. He must be a shit player. No, you're the shit player. You're the shit player. Somewhere deep inside of my heart, I still care about you, shit player. You're just lost. Lost and confused. Judgement Dragon support decks are not the right answer. Okay? Let's have a moment of silence. Alright, well. Number 2, Exodia. Fuck that deck. Fuck everyone who uses that deck. I don't care who you are. You could be my best friend. You could be like I don't know. If I had an ex, I would say an ex. If I had an ex, my ex would use that deck. Fuck Exodia's. Like, everything about that deck is so fucking, like, annoying, so fucking cheesy, like, so disgusting and so garbage. Like, it's just like, how can you sit there and play that? Like, you're wasting my time. That's it. That's what Exodia is. You're gonna waste my time. You're gonna sit there and fucking just, like, what are you gonna do? Oh, what, Pot of Duality. I'm gonna get the 1 monster on the field, the Royal Magical Library, and then I'm gonna Upstart Goblin, draw a card, you get 1,000 life points, hope for escape, I lose 1,000, I plus off of some shit that I shouldn't plus off of them. Fucking, like, chicken race now. Chicken, you guys heard of that one? Chicken race? It's out there, and then they get them back, and then they like once per turn you can pay 1,000 life points. It's just so ugly. Like really, who are you really playing the game against? Are you like? I swear to God, every Exodia player needs to go home and ask themselves this. Can I play this by myself at home? Like, do I really need to go to a locals, or do I really need to hop on online rank? Because we all know the reason you're playing that deck is probably because you're trolling and you need to go away, like far, far away. There should be like an island where Exodia players live, and like on the island there's a volcano that's about to erupt. Because fuck that deck, fuck you, and fuck Exodia. And God forbid you actually try and play the game and you don't like it because there's no Exodia. Like, you know, just fuck off, just die. Anyway, the number one deck that I absolutely hate shooting Kesar Dragon decks, or whatever deck summons an ultimate being like Stardust, Assault, Dragon on the first turn. Fuck those decks. Fuck everything about them. Fuck, like, the thing I hate most about those decks is that it's like, you know it's coming on your first turn. You know it's about to happen. If they're not lucky enough to get it on the first turn, then you better all hell breaks loose. You better fucking like bring out the big guns, and chances are you don't have anything that can stop him. Maybe a dimensional fissure, but it's already late because they got all the shit in the graveyard. And like the thing about it is like on their first turn, you already know it's coming when they summon like junk. What is that one level 3 monster card that like when you summon it, you can get a refund from your grave. Well, I'm gonna summon this, and then I'm gonna get a thing off my grave, and then I get a doppelganger, and then I get like all this other nonsensical bullshit garbage like musical La La Land shit. No, get out of here. It's just so. It's so ugly, like nobody else would use those cards, so you already know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's unpreventable. It's you have to sit there and watch your demise, and then all of a sudden, from the depths he rises, fucking shooting Kesar Dragon. Like, whoa, what am like? How am I supposed to respond to that? Like, what do you want from me? Who are you right now? I don't understand. Yeah, right there. So go ahead. Shooting Kesar Dragon, dude. Just ram me for 8,000 or whatever attack power you have. Whatever attack power you shouldn't have on my second turn, because I have no response because you can negate everything I have. And the thing is like if shooting Kesar Dragon players went up against like a meta deck, like I don't roll meta that much. If they went up against a meta deck, they would get their ass handed to them, and I'd be clapping. I'd be like the one guy in the background that's the, like extra loud in the audience, like, woo, yahoo, woo, shooting Kesar Dragon, get the fuck out of here, woo, yeah. Get your moonwalking, I'm not even focused on the game, head ass. It takes absolutely no skill. The only thing it takes for skill in that deck is like how to make it. That's the only thing, and I bet you net deck the shit out of that deck because you're a shitty player and you don't know what you're doing. And all you probably watched a video tutorial about how to get a shooting Kesar Dragon on your first turn, how to win in Yu-Gi-Oh for noobs, and then like shooting Kesar Dragon was the first video that popped up, other than Exodia, which happens to be my second like most hated. Fuck both those decks. And if you play any of them, if you play any in the top 10, I want nothing to do with you unless you're like already my friend. But if you play shooting Kesar Dragon or Exodia and you're one of my friends, like we're not talking for a while. That shit's it's over. Okay? It's over. So go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. If you think I'm trash, go ahead and say so. I'd like to see you. I'd like to play against you on Dueling Network. My Dueling Network ID, Ethan430. Yeah. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you like the video, if you want me to make more, go ahead and hit the like button. And finally, if you didn't like the video or you found it offensive, well, you can go somewhere else because I really don't care. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you.